Sharma Montgomery is one of the 12 candidates seeking one of the 4 seats for the Bayonne Board of Education. If elected, she plans to make sound decisions through a parent's perspective.
I really think it's important that the Board of Ed has a perspective of somebody who's a consumer of what they are producing, just to make sure that it's not always about teachers and unions and all of the things that go on in the Board of Ed. It's about the kids and the parents that use the product they're putting out there. I'm a parent, so it's a perspective thing. That's the first thing I think I bring to the board. The second thing is, I want to make sure that I bring a perspective of, hey, there are a lot of good things that work in the school district. And not everything is broken. So let's find the things that work and figure out how to capitalize on them. For instance, my oldest son graduated high school. He didn't go to college. He's doing really well. He's very happy. He loves his job. He's 2 years into a 5-year apprenticeship, and he has medical benefits and a great job and a good life, and he's happy. It was a teacher in Bayonne who said, "You know what, Brian? I can show you a path to get there. I can show you how to get where you want to go." And I think that every kid in our district deserves that, deserves to see a way forward that works for them. I would want to see things like expanding vocational programs to make sure that every kid in the district has a choice. You have those kids you have the kids that are special needs and they get all of their assistance and they need more assistance, and we need to focus on them. And then you have the kids that are the circle of 10 and are absolutely going to college, and the academy students who are given a pathway, and we have to focus on them. But what happens to that really big chunk of students in the middle, right? The ones in the middle that just go to math class and go to English class and think, do I want to go to college? Let's expose them to something, and then let's push that down younger into the elementary schools. Maybe 4th, 5th, 6th grade students, 7th, 8th grade students need to have more interaction with the local police and with medical people in the city. Interact with the community more and give these kids an idea of what they want to be when they grow up. It's not enough to be transparent. Okay, you have a meeting in an open room, which is great, and you publish the notifications, you publish the agendas. All of that is very good. But I've been to the school board meetings. There's not a lot of community involvement in the school board meetings. What I'd like to see changed is creating an environment where people feel like they can come, be part of the process, come to the meetings and actually talk to the board members. Transparency is doing everything in an open format, but transparency without having an understanding of what's going on in front of you is not transparency. The second thing I really like to see, and this is just because it's my pet peeve, is things like filling out the forms at the beginning of the school year. It drives me insane that I have to fill out 3 cards every year, and when I had 2 kids, but what if I had 4 kids? Let's move that onto an online format, an online platform. Let's figure out how to take the school board agendas, make them online, make it searchable, make things the way that people operate today, and try to figure out ways to make it easier. I'd like to see the school board implement a plan that says we're going to pay for lunches online. Last year, my son was a freshman, and on his way home from school, he got mugged. His phone was stolen. His lunch money was stolen, not a lot. But kids shouldn't be walking around with a lot of money in their pockets going to school. Why should a 5th grader have even $10 in their pocket if their parents could pay for their lunches online? Teacher's contract needs to be settled. There's no other answer to that. It needs to be taken care of. It's a distraction to the teachers. I do think that affects the students, whether people think it does or not. I think that the teachers need to focus on teaching the students, and the contract does not need to be hanging over their head. I think that the union and the school board members that are responsible for teaching or for negotiating that contract, the teacher's contract right now, need to be in a room weekly, if not every other day, until this thing is settled. It's already a year past expiration. We're heading into the 2nd year of that. But by the time they settle it, they're going to be ready to negotiate another one. Gina and John and I are aligned in our ideologies, right? We all think you got to settle the teacher's contract. You need to improve the technology and the experience in school. You need to open up the school board meetings even more to involve more of the community. So I think we're aligned on our core ideas of how to get things done. I think we all have the same vision for what we want, and we all want to make sure that we take the right steps and the right actions to get those results. So that's very important to us. That's why we tag everything vision, action, results. You have to be able to have people that can come together on a school board and move in the right direction. The school board is completely dysfunctional if everybody has competing priorities.
Montgomery is seeking a 3-year term seat and is running alongside Gina Irizarry and John Siebeck. Hudson County View, the eye of the community.